So let's go. The principal, the main man, the chief dog, the oldest dog in the world, Peter K. Eddy. You've got the magic smile on your face. You had a lot of fun.
I had a lot of fun, Colin. It was really great for me. They said I did 8 minutes, so Willie asked me if I stopped at the tea for tea on the way up. I said I must have.
So, Peter, you've spent a lot of time running teams, and you've put your own, you've put a lot of Peter K. Eddy into motorsport. How does it feel on the other side now where I saw your hands on the steering wheel. There was tension there, but it's got to be fun driving a car.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. There's always a bit of tension, especially the first run up the hill. When I pulled away, it was so slippery. I had to back off completely and then start again. And then at the corner under the bridge, I always back. It was wet there, and it was also I think the water runs across the track there, and also a bit of oil, so it was slippery. But the rest of the way up, I enjoyed it, and I did nicely, and I enjoyed my first run.
I think that's the important part. You bring the car back, it's in one piece, you in one piece, you've got smiles, and the atmosphere is not as intense as it's going to be in the rest of the weekend, and also not as intense as some of the racing. It's that camaraderie and the relationships.
Absolutely. You know, we're having lots of fun. I've spoken to a lot of people. A lot of people come up to me. They know me, but I don't know them because, as you know, I've been involved for over 45 years. So it's difficult to know everyone. But I know the faces, but not always the names.
Peter, thanks a lot for talking to us. Keep it safe, keep it tidy, and above all, keep the passion and smile.
Absolutely. Thanks, Colin. Thank you very much.
Awesome. A true legend. So
like he has. Expect a very good run. Peter K. Eddy will be trying to follow him in the 2002 as he heads up for Team Old Dog and Nathan's Motorsport. And he'll be definitely in for a shot. 20 up onto the line is Niels Vosloo. He's in a 911 RS. And let's have a look and see, do the lap times change? Are we going to see any changes there from Willie Hepburn on his first run? Does he get into the top 10? I expect to see him there close to the front 10 as Peter K. Eddy heads towards the S's and Vosloo heads towards turn 1. As I said, Vosloo running Martini Racing colours, but also the orange wheels, orange bumpers and orange wing mirrors of what would be a Gulf Racing coloured Porsche. That famous of Willie Hepburn. Doesn't look like Hepburn got into the top 10 on that first run. No, Nathan was there. Nathan was in the top 5 on the first run, so Graham Nathan now makes his way back onto the battleground. And trying to get Team Old Dog Nathan's Motorsport 635 CS into that top 10 again. Graham Nathan, a very capable driver, has spent oodles of time, multiple SA champions, not only on 4 wheels but also on 2. He was a very capable motocross rider in his day. Won't have to bring that too much into assistance today as he heads up the hill. One car I haven't seen go up just yet is Charles Arton. I'm not quite sure if he's actually here. I didn't see him down in pit lane in his 240Z. So that might be another car that hasn't quite made it out here today. Trevor Tuck certainly had a good run at it on his first one in his Julia GT-AM.
And he's having a word with his team boss. Graham, can we have a word? Come on, Graham. I'm not. Graham, welcome, and I'll see you at the top of the sheet there. It was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, it's a big surprise, and I reckon they should just recheck the timing system because although she's very quick, she's not that quick.
Not a 39.
You're a super fast driver, and you slimmed down. You've lost about 40 kilograms just for this event alone, and so you're not lugging anything dead weight up the hill.
Now you're talking shit again, as usual, and no.
Graham, but you smiling. Peter, you've got to be proud bringing 2 really well-prepared cars, and they come back in one piece, and never mind what Graham says, the official timing is he's at the top.
Yeah, he's at the top. I'm sure he's the quickest saloon car around, that's for sure.
Some of the fast cars haven't gone. Let's see.
And now also being helped out not only by Sabet Batteries but also by Universal Healthcare, which are of course our official medical team for this weekend. Graham Nathan is the man just behind him in his 3-litre CSI. And that 3.4 litre, I should say, CSI BMW gets off the line very rapidly and heads up the hill to close down on Willie Hepburn. I don't think he's going to catch Willie Hepburn with the 20-second lead he's got, but Graham Nathan is certainly looking for a top 5 overall here. He's had some great times so far, and expect to see the times changing at the top for a refresh of that timing monitor. Once our timing monitor refreshes, we're probably going to be seeing a change up to probably Willie Hepburn and Graham Nathan close to the front. I don't think Peter K. Eddy will be too close to the front end as well, but he may be in that top 10 in that 2002 that he's about to head onto the mountain with. As I said, if you look on the left-hand side and right-hand side of those cars, running the livery that he's the famous BMW race cars used to run in Stanek Group N, in Group 1 days, and of course in touring car days, where he was the sponsor of some of South Africa's most famous racing drivers. And some of those drivers are actually here today as part of the Jaguar Simola Hill Climb and part of Jaguar's activation. Coming to the line will be Graham Nathan, and Roy Campos has just set the fastest lap, or fastest run of qualifying 2, a 48.333. Nathan drops the hammer and gets off the line in the CS. As it heads to the top of the hill there, Graham Nathan going to be pushing hard to try and ensure that that CSI BMW of his, I beg your pardon, CSI BMW of Team Old Dog Racing and Nathan's Motorsport is certainly in the front end of this battle and looking for a chance to give the boys a run for their money. Vosloo lines up as well. And Niels Vosloo in his 911 RS will certainly be looking to stay within the top 20 that he's allocated with his start of the event. Nathan is pushing hard. Look at how he's giving that car everything it can through the S's. He's clipped the apexes absolutely to perfection, has not put a wheel wrong, and he heads up to the line now. We're going to see Graham Nathan, I think, at the top of the leaderboard as he comes to complete that lap. Possibly very close, or maybe just behind Willie Hepburn, who also had a phenomenal run to the top of the hill there in the Opel record. So that Opel record, remember, of Willie Hepburn, he is running 7-litre V8, and Graham Nathan currently piloting 3.4-litre V6 CSI. So, or 6-litre, I should say, not a V6, it's a 6-litre. Oh, incredible stuff. Historicracing.co.za, universal.co.za on that car, as the big Ford Capri makes its way back out into the Battlelands, and Johan Barnard behind the wheel of that car. It's a nice version. I think it actually may even be a Piranha version of that. I stand to be corrected. I'm 100% sure on the Capri versions, but maybe somebody out on Facebook land can tell me about that. I think it may be a Capri version, or a Piranha version of that Capri that Johan Barnard is piloting here today.
Over here.
To go that way.
Graham Nathan, that was you starting to push the limits now. I think you're 4th overall, which is kind of impressive for an old car and an old driver.
Easy, Tiger. The old driver, I finally pulled my finger out my arse, and now I'm starting to drive this thing. And the car's very good, Colin. It's a really nice car. The team's done a great job. And yeah, it's just a pleasure to drive.
The smiles up and down the pit lane and that level of enjoyment, the nervousness of this morning seems to be gone, and now it's confidence. And so you've gone through qualifying, you've got 2 heats left, and then you get the final run where everything counts.
Well, yeah, we've qualified in our class, so what happens is there's another qualifying run and then a top 3 shootout, and then there's King of the Hill, which is the top 10 of the day. So if we can get this old girl into the top 10 cars and keep it there, which we're currently doing, I'll be very proud of it, and yeah, that's a great day.
Amazing the emotional bond that guys have with a car, and you talk about the old girl, and you've lived with this car, you've had a wild dance with the trees with it, but it's that emotion. Isn't that what makes Classic Friday such fun?
100%. When you call it emotion, this car and I have tried to kill each other. I tried to kill her, she tried to kill me. And we've just got through that, you know. It's like a marriage. Eventually, you just keep going, you know. So no, we have a bond. The car's great. Classic Car Friday, or this whole hill climb event, is so what motorsport needs in this country, where camaraderie comes to the fore instead of the cutthroat who's trying to find out who's cheating with what. We just arrive here, have a blast, show off really, really nice motor cars, and go up the hill as fast as we can. It's wonderful.
So who in your mind has got the Gees of the Day award so far?
Me, of course.
Graham, Nathan, great stuff watching you. Keep up the entertainment. Thanks.
Pleasure, anytime.
Right, there's a particular...
Racing for Sabat Batteries and all his own sponsors, but for this weekend joins Team Red Racing as part of Universal Healthcare's input to the Jaguar Samola Hill Climb. Remember, they are our official medical team here this weekend and have helped Willie Hepburn come down and get himself sorted. Graham Nathan, he's definitely a man to watch out for. And if everything goes according to plan now, I was just checking the temperature as you stepped out the room. It has dropped ever so slightly in terms of ambient temperature.
I could feel it, actually,
17
outside.
degrees as opposed to the 20 we had earlier on when you arrived. So cooler temperatures now means cooler track temperatures, which means that these guys are going to battle for grip on the track, starting to cool down rapidly here.
Well, Graham Nathan, his workshop's just above Kyalami there. If you drive past Kyalami, you'll see his workshops up there, and he's kept this BMW of his in absolutely immaculate shape, and he can really race it up this hill as well.
Yeah, part of Team Old Dog Racing. Of course, the Old Dog himself is here in his 2002. That is Peter K. Eddy. And if you look at the stable that Peter K. Eddy has assisted in his career of 45 years involved in motorsport, not only is it Graham Nathan he's helped out, but if you take any of the BMW drivers from the sort of early 80s into the 90s, going from Static Group N into touring cars, into SAT cars, into production cars, etc., etc., every South African champion at one point in his career was helped out by Peter K. Eddy. And there's the man behind his own car now having a jaw.
Beautiful. Some of the times, Peter van der Spey has just clocked 45.01. That's the quickest we've had today so far. Am I right? No, not quite.
No, it's not the quickest so far, but it's quicker than his own time of a 46.296. So he's gone almost a second quicker than what he did in qualifying 2.
And then Roy Campos is also laid on a 47.5, and Josh Dovey is third at the moment at 49.2, but there is no doubt he is going to get knocked a bit further down.
All right, so Josh Dovey coming in at 49.2 would put him into 9th place after Q2. Campos has gone quicker than what he did in Q2 on a 48.333, so already massive improvements. And it just shows that maybe you and I should step out here, because we don't know what we're talking about. We're talking about track temperatures being colder, no traction available, and they all go quicker.
And look at that,
What the hell's that all
Should we
about?
just keep quiet for the
Let's
next
just go
15 minutes?
overall. But Nico van Rensburg now 3rd. Pretorius looking for a potential. No, Tuck beats him.
Goes in fact 50.14. That's a big
run
one.
there from Trevor Tuck, taking the win in H6 ahead of Jan Pretorius in 2nd place. So that's how it's going to line up now with the last couple of cars making their way down. Now we're going to H7.
Nathan.
Very competitive class here. Barnard's already on track in that big Ford Capri Piranha. And behind him comes Graham Nathan in the 3.2 CSI 6 Series BMW. The Old Dog in Old Dog Racing going to be taking on the oldest dog out there, Willie Hepburn.
Oh, look at the determined look on that face. Boy, he's got the bit between his teeth.
Bogs down slightly, but then gets the grip on the gear change and makes his way towards turn 1. Turn 2 is Castrol, the Universal and Sabat Batteries Opel Record, making its way onto the circuit and pushing hard. Now Graham Nathan is already up into the S's. Look at how Nathan is coming through the S's. He is absolutely flat through there. No holds barred. Look at that. Oh, sliding out of the last turn, up and over the top. And I think Graham Nathan means business.
Up into 4th place overall. 48.4. Wow. Nathan let it all hang up. Boy, oh boy, what a run.
He's getting Peter K. Eddy. You've got your play clothes on because you didn't make it through to the final, but you've got Graham in your CSI running.
Yeah, that's right. Graham has had a great day so far, and he's only half a second off the 2 cars in front of him. So we'll see where he'll give it a thrash in the final 10. Yeah, but I've had a wonderful day. It's been really great for me. I did my best time on the hill. I went 102.1, so I'm very happy. I had a wonderful time.
You haven't stopped smiling all day. It's been an awesome day out.
Yeah, fantastic. Really great day. Wonderful day today.
And I think that sort of sums it up. Thanks a lot for the entertainment again, Peter. We look forward to a good result for your team in the top 10.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Colin.
So, guys,
Pleased about that. It is good news. Nathan up next in that beautiful silver Beamer. It is sounding absolutely rude
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to hold back to this section as well. You know, he didn't push it too hard, although when I say that, he was literally lit through the S's. But I think maybe he's got something special here for top 10. And if he gets into the top 5, that'll be an amazing achievement there for a BMW that shouldn't really be running. 3-litre CSL. It's lined up. Nathan at the wheel. Grumpy gets away. I like to call him unbelievable, Graham Nathan, because what he does in a car is pretty much unbelievable.
Looking to go faster. He's clocked 48.2 twice already in his runs today. Those were his 2 fastest runs. Let's see what sort of a line he takes there. Very aggressive in that first one. That first right-hander is into turn 2 and 3.
Yeah, and as he heads up towards turn 3 now, you can see him hugging that inside curb coming out of Castrol up towards the bridge now. A very good run here. Look at the wide line. Remember, he has, and I'm not going to give him the commentator's curse here, but remember, he has had a couple of outings where he didn't quite make it onto the grey stuff that they play on here, and ended up in some of the green stuff on the sideline in this car. So they've had to rebuild this car on a few occasions, but him behind the wheel is the ideal man to have in your team, and I'm sure Peter K. Eddy is thinking to himself, we got a chance of a top 5 here.
He really is going as tight as what he possibly can. He's used the